I knew I had a big problem with sugar when I went to Walmart and got not one and not two, but three family packs of Oreo cookies. And didn't even get home. Like, I didn't even drive home to eat them. I literally sat in the Walmart parking lot because I couldn't wait and ripped them open and just stuck my face with them. Then I went home and felt horrible, felt like crap. Lay on the couch thinking, wow, this is a problem. I need to change this. And that started my journey of trying to break my addiction to sugar. And when I tell you this is not easy, it was not easy. If you're addicted to sugar and you're trying to break your addiction right now, or you understand you have a problem with sugar and you don't want it to become an addiction, then I understand how hard it is to pull away from that compulsive need to have something sweet. Right? I understand that. It is so hard. You just have that craving that you just have to go get some sweets. But I am a testament to the fact that you can break that addiction or you can get away from that growing problem. And I'm going to show you what I did that might help you. And if it doesn't help you, then maybe it will give you ideas that you can use to try to break that addiction or overcome that problem. You feel me? But before I get too deep into the video, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. Now, if I'm low energy in this video, I'm sorry. I'm recovering from a cold. It beat the crap out of me yesterday. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but you know, I'm still kind of coming back from the residue. But I was like, I still gotta record videos, so here I am. Now, if you have a big problem with sugar, I'm gonna get like right to the chase, right? If you have a big problem with sugar, I'm gonna tell you some things that you can do. Obviously, you ain't gotta do all of them, but you can pick and choose what you want to try out to help you get over that addiction or that growing problem. Okay. Now, the first thing I did was I started adding in more protein and vegetables into my meals. See, with sugar, the thing is when you eat all those sugary things, those junk foods, the cookies, and the cakes, you don't fill yourself up. Like, you don't give yourself the nutrients you need. So you're gonna be hungry in the next 5 minutes after eating like a ton of cookies because it doesn't do anything for you. So then you're gonna go back again, even more. You're gonna feel horrible. You're gonna have lack of energy, and then that's gonna be a cycle that you feel horrible. You have lack of energy, and especially when your sugar crashes. What's gonna happen? You're gonna go back for more sugar. So it's like a vicious cycle that you can only get out of by changing what you're eating. I know this sounds simple, and it's like kind of like, of course, but this is something I had to learn myself. So it might be something you gotta learn too. You can really a big chunk of getting over that sugar addiction is just feeding yourself the right foods. So you won't feel like you have to eat. Because when you're full, it's not easier to not think about having to eat any sweets because you're full. You don't have food on your mind, right? So the biggest tip I would give you first off is eat more protein, eat more meats, eat more eggs, and eat more vegetables. I literally just stick to Brussels sprouts and broccoli because I'm lazy and that's the easiest thing for me to get at the store. So I just get that and fried meats. I just stick with turkey and eggs. Okay, so just find what works best for you. Experiment with foods and then incorporate that into your diet. Second tip I can give you is to exercise more. When you exercise, it reduces your appetite, and it's something I've experienced. That's why I go for 4 mile walks every day, and I run 2 miles. And on top of that, I'm doing strength training, 3 days out of the week. And by doing those things, just staying active, I realize I'm not really that hungry anymore. I'm not, but when I do eat, I eat a lot. But I eat a lot of clean foods like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, rice, brown rice, uh, turkey meat, eggs, that type of stuff. So I exercise, which suppresses my appetite. When I eat a lot, and it fills me up, which furthermore suppresses my appetite. So now it's like I don't really feel like I need to eat those sweets. You feel me? The third thing I did was I started intermittent fasting, and this because I understood I have no control if I allow myself to eat whenever I want. And so what I did was I said, okay, well, from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Well, I really started from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. that I wasn't going to eat past those time segments. And what happened was after 5 p.m., I feel like I was going strong, but later on in the night, I always feel like, oh, I want some cake, I want some cookies, right? Now that I start intermittent fasting, I was like, oh, well, I can't have that because I can't eat until 8 a.m. And so that kind of acted as a block to stop me from just compulsively getting some sweets because that would break my fast. You feel me? So starting intermittent fasting might help you out, might help you control your cravings, because when you start fasting, just having one little source of food is going to completely break it. So that might help you have willpower and not feed into that craving. The fourth tip I can give you is to manage your emotions better. I realized the reason I only ate sweets was because I was trying to run from something, like something that overwhelmed me, or anxiety, or fear, or stress, or because out of boredom, you know? I started becoming more aware of how I was feeling before I acted on anything. And every time I thought about my emotions, I would say, okay, well, what can I do besides eating to get over that? And so I might go for a walk. I might call a friend. I might take a nap. I might start the thing that I'm afraid of head on and understand that it's okay to feel uncomfortable because this is new to me, and I'll feel more comfortable the more I expose myself to it. You feel me? But instead of when I feel those emotions, I immediately run to food. It's when I feel those emotions, I analyze them and decide what should I do in response that's not running to food. You feel me? I feel like a lot of us, when we feel those stressful emotions, we automatically run to food. We just eat to suppress those emotions. But if you just look at those emotions and ask, what can you take from this? What can you do? It will decrease your chances of just eating sweets. And the last tip I can give you, this is 5, is to find substitutes that can satisfy your sweet tooth. For me, it was Crunch protein cookies. Now, Crunch protein cookies have no sugar in them, and so I would get them whenever I had a sweet tooth, and it just kind of satisfied me. It looked like a cookie, so it gave me that mental satisfaction of me saying, "Oh, I'm eating a cookie," and it tasted good. Obviously, it didn't taste great, but you eat it more. If you eat it often, it will taste good. And so whenever I had that craving where I was like, I just needed some sugar, I would get protein cookies. And what happened was, by eating that, not only did it satisfy that sweet tooth, but it filled me up because they're protein cookies. Now, obviously, you ain't gotta get protein cookies, but you can find alternatives to sugar that can satisfy your sweet tooth. I also used to get sugar-free jelly, and I put that on my bread, and that would kind of satisfy my sweet tooth. Or sometimes I would get oat milk, which only has 7% sugar, so it wasn't that bad. I used to drink that a little bit, and that satisfied my sweet tooth. So you just gotta find ways that help you out. And that's really all the tips I have for you. There's 5 tips. I have nothing else to say. So with that being said, I know this is kind of a weird video because every video I make is geared towards helping entrepreneurs create time to reach their goals. So why am I making a video about how to get over your addiction or problem with sugar? I just felt like I just woke up this morning and was like, people are suffering with this. I've gotten over it, so I just want to share my wisdom and how I got over it, and hopes that I can help somebody. Okay? So with that being said, remember, take action, stay consistent, make your goals happen, and I'll see you later.